All right, shalom, shalom. First, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakaha Kodash. I want to give double honors to the head apostles and others, great millstone, who rule well and taught us this wisdom, knowledge, and truth. Peace and blessing to you, sincere Hakim, that are pushing this truth all over the four corners of the earth, week in and week out, in all truth and sincerity. All right, this is the brother Mattathiah coming to you through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, with Lord willing, another edifying lesson to the hopeful elect. Okay. Hey, man. This is called the Negro Project, man. Okay. And I'm just going to read first what you see on your screen. It says, we don't want the word to go out that we want to exterminate the Negro population. Okay. And this is by Margaret Sanger, December 19th, 1939. Okay, and if you read down, it says, before it was called Planned Parenthood, it was called the Negro Project. Well, basically, they were bringing birth control rights, so to speak, and that birth control, whether you can choose whether your child live or dies, basically, okay, to you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man, okay? And before I get into this article, one of the reasons that the so-called white man brought this amongst our people, okay, was first population control. Another reason is to basically put to death you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, okay, and basically in your mother's womb, all right, and also for them to use, okay, your kids for whatever they please, all right? Because, hey, man, they'll tell you, hey, when somebody wants to get an abortion, let's just come into today's times, man. When a woman wants to get an abortion, there's a couple different methods that these doctors can use to do that abortion. But, hey, a lot of these aborted fetuses are used for many different things, man, okay? They're put in, hey, these aborted fetuses, they use them to put in different facial products, okay, makeup for women, all right, as well as they extract all different types of things from these aborted fetuses to use for all of these elite sick acts as well, man, okay. Hey, man, and to a certain extent, you don't know what Esau's doing, man, they might put you to sleep, say they aborted your fetus, and the next thing you know, hey, man, they might have took that child up, hooked it up to a ventilator or some type of technology, and that kid actually didn't die, man, okay? And they actually basically, birthed that kid, so to speak, and raised him up, and basically, he's with one of these elites, being a slave, man, a sex slave, okay? Or he's presented for a child sacrifice, man, or some type of ritual, man, okay? Now, I'm going to get into a little bit of this article. This article's pretty long, but I'm not going to go into all of it. This is Planned Parenthood fact sheet. And all you got to do to pull this up is go into Google and type in the Negro Project, all right? And this is, I believe it's the first one that's going to come up, okay? It says Planned Parenthood Federation of America Incorporation fact sheet, all right? It says opposition claims about Margaret Sanger. All right. It says Margaret Sanger gained worldwide renowned respect and admiration for founding the American birth control movement and later the Planned Parenthood Federation of America, as well as developing and encouraging family planning efforts throughout the international community. Okay. It says among her many visionary accomplishments as social reform, Sanger established these principles. First principle, a woman's right to control her body is the foundation of her human rights. And this is going into what? Uplifting these women, putting these women up over men, okay? Because really, the father carries the seed, man, okay? So really, hey, when a man and a woman split up, okay, the child is supposed to go with the father. Okay. It's point number 2. It said Every person should be able to decide when or whether to have a child. Every child should be wanted and loved. Yeah. Every child should be wanted and loved. Meanwhile, you're putting these kids to death, man. Okay? These kids don't have a say so in the matter. Okay? You know, you're putting these kids to death. Especially heavy amongst the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American. And then you have, you see our people out here talking about Black Lives Matter, man. Okay? Talking about Black Lives Matter. Meanwhile, these women that are screaming Black Lives Matter, okay, protesting, then had 4, 5, 6, 7 abortions, man. Okay? And they think nothing of it, man. Okay? That's murder, man. All right? It says, women are entitled to sexual pleasure and fulfillment. Okay? You know, so it's going into this feminine movement, man. Okay? Uplifting these women, man. Okay? You know, basically giving these women certain rights, you know, basically pushing that vibe that, hey, you don't need a man, you can do it on your own, you can do this and that, have your sexual pleasure, sleep with any man you want. Hey, if you get pregnant, you have the option of what? Get an abortion, man. Okay? You know, so it just pushed these women to sleep around even more, man. All right? Next point, it says in this article, it says, brought about the reversal of federal and state Comstock laws that prohibited publication and distribution of information about sex, sexual contraception, and human reproduction. Okay? Okay, so basically information about human reproduction was restricted to an extent, man. Okay, because, hey, man, these doctors, these scientists, you know, hey, through the media, they'll lie to you, man. They'll tell you what, hey, when you're pregnant and that child is in your womb, you know, basically it's not alive, it's not a human, it hasn't came all together yet, this and that, you know, basically to persuade these women into when they're getting abortion that they're not really killing their child, so to speak, man. You know, that it's not alive, you know, to take some guilt and comfort them, man. Okay? If you got an abortion, you're a murderer, man. Simple as that. And on top of that, you're a murderer of your own your own family, you know, your own child, man. Okay? And these women are getting abortions left and right and think nothing of it, man. Okay? And the government supports that, man. Okay? Society supports that, man. Okay? You know, homosexuality is pushed heavy, man. Okay? In this place, man. All right? These abortion clinics, Planned Parenthood, that's pushed heavy in this place, man. Feminism is pushed heavy in this place, man. Okay? You know, and hey, going into the Negro Project as well as Planned Parenthood, hey, these abortion clinics, birth control, all right? It's all to what? For the destruction of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. They set it up to, hey, you're actually, they have the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American actually killing their own people, man. Okay, through many various ways. Through one reason is through what we're talking about right now with Planned Parenthood, birth control, you know, abortions. Okay, and as many other reasons, you know, going into it. Basically, these gangs, drugs. Okay, our people are out here in the streets killing their own people. Okay, over a flag, man, over a different color, over a set. Okay. Over a product that Esau has given them. All right? Now let's read on. Let's see here. It said created access to birth control for low-income, minority, and immigrant women. Now, who is that focusing on, man? Okay? And this is going back to you know, going some years back, man. Okay? So who is that focusing on? I'm gonna read that again. It said, created access to birth control for low income. Who is low income, man? Okay. Especially in that time, man. All right. You know, going back to the 1900s, man. All right. Low income was what? The so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American. Okay. All right. We're the low income, man. We're at the bottom of the barrel, man. Okay. Especially in the 1900s, man. All right. It says, It says created access to birth control for low income minority. Okay, who is the minority? Which really we are the majority. Okay, but we're considered in this society the minority, and who is the minority? The so-called Negro, the so-called Latino, and the so-called Native American, man. We're considered the minority. All right. So basically, this was focused on the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, the biblical Israelites, man. All right. It said, and immigrant women, man. Okay. So it's not only the so-called Negro, all right, but it's talking about the rest of you Israelites as well, man. Okay. Let's see. All right, it says expanded the American concept of volunteerism and grassroots organizing by setting up a network of volunteer-driven family plan centers across the U.S. So basically orchestrated all these centers, these Planned Parenthood places being set up. Hey, man, and a lot of these Planned Parenthoods, a lot of volunteers actually work in these places, man. Okay. It said, so Lockie, bear with me real quick. All right, let's go to, all right, this is, it says 1930s, Harlem. Okay. So the 1930s Sanger opened a family plan clinic in Harlem that sought to enlist support from contraceptive use and to bring the benefits of family planning to women who were denied access to their city's health and social services. They always say family plan. It's nothing about the family, man. This is focused on women, okay? It's not like the man can go to the woman and bring the woman before a doctor and say, hey, I want her to have an abortion, okay? They're going to ask that woman, hey, is this what you want? If the woman says no, then, hey, man, the man has no say-so in it, man. These women can get pregnant, okay, and can literally go get abortion without even telling you, man, okay? They don't have to tell you nothing, man. They can just go on their own will. Esau allowed them to get abortion, man, and you have no say-so, man, okay? And this place, these women are put over men. They're uplifted in this place, man, okay? It says, staffed by a black physician and black social worker, the clinic was endorsed by the Amsterdam News, the powerful local newspaper, the Abyssinian Baptist Church, the Urban League, the Black Community's Elder Statesman, W.E.B. Du Bois, Chelsea, 1992. Okay? Hey, man, these churches, man, are down with it too, man. Hey, these churches support uplifting these women. A lot of these churches support abortion, man. Okay? And now let's get into the Negro Project. This is the Negro Project, 1939 through 1942. It says, beginning in 1939, Du Bois served on the adversary councils of Sanger's Negro Project, which was designed to serve African Americans in the rural South. The advisory council called it a unique experiment. Okay, hey, here we go again with these experiments that Esau is doing on us, man. Okay, going back to what? Esau has done all type of experiments on you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man, to giving you Israelites diseases, okay, and actually documenting and experimenting and seeing what these diseases do in the body, okay? How do you think Esau has gotten so far in the medical field, in pharmacy, in medicine, okay, in surgery, man? Okay, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans were the guinea pigs, man, where they could work on you, cut you open, actually look at the brain, work on the brain, study the heart, okay? Because if you go back in, a couple hundred years back, hey, man, a lot of the medical practices that were going on that these Edomites were doing were detrimental to themselves, man. Okay? They had to have certain practices where if you had a disease or a sickness, they would actually bleed you out. They thought that bleeding the blood out of your body would actually heal you, man. And a lot of Edomites died like that, man. Okay? So they used the process of trial and error, and you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans were the guinea pigs, man. Okay? Hey, and it's happening all over again, man. Okay? Like the scriptures say, there's nothing new under the sun, man. Okay? They're going to use you Israelites, okay, as the guinea pigs once again. All right, it says, let me find my spot. It says the advisory council called it a unique experiment in race building and humanitarian service to a race subject to discrimination, hardship, and segregation. So they said a race building, humanitarian, okay, to a race subject by by discrimination, hardship, and segregation. Man, hey, you're the one who your people are the ones who are discriminate, are the ones oppressing these people, man. Okay, you know. It says a group, Salaki, in a letter with to the philanthropist Albert Lasker, from whom she hoped to raise funds for the project. Sandra wrote that she wanted to help a group notoriously underprivileged and handicapped to a large measure by a caste system that operates as added weight upon their efforts to get a fair share of the better things in life. To give them means of helping themselves is perhaps the richest gift of all. We believe birth control knowledge brought to this group is the most direct, constructive aid that can give them to improve their immediate situation. Sanger, 1939, July. Whew. Ooh. Hey, that's some heat right there, man. Hey, I'm going to read that again. It says, to give them means of helping themselves is perhaps the richest gift of all. We believe birth control knowledge brought to this group. Okay, so then bringing birth control knowledge to you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right, you know, Planned Parenthood, birth control, abortion. All right, basically setting these women up. Okay, basically pushing to these women that you can sleep around with whoever you want to sleep with. It's your body. You know, that do as your will spirit, man. Okay. It says, birth control knowledge brought to this group is the most direct, constructive aid that can be given them to improve their immediate situation. Man. Hey, the so-called white man wants you to kill yourself, man. He wants you to kill your kids. He wants you to kill your family. He wants to destroy you, man. Okay. Hey, for a while, Esau was heavy on putting you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans to death, man. Okay. Well, he switched it up. He switched it up to the point of, hey, now he can sit back, man. He can sit back and chill and let you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans kill yourselves off, man. Okay? He can sit back while you women get pregnant and can go basically give your child to the so-called white man. Okay? A lot of so-called white men will put your child to death, man. Literally, you're coming before Esau, okay? And allowing him to kill your kids, man. Okay? You know, basically the so-called white man sitting back now. You know, he set up these gangs. He set up these Hollywood rappers and hip-hop artists, okay? You know, to basically bring destruction to you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man, okay? You know, Hollywood pushes to go rep a set, get in the gang, okay? Go on the street corner, sell drugs, push this, that hustle, you know, take part in these drugs, smoke weed, cigarettes, pop pills, you know, get on that lean, this and that. If someone if your homeboy wrongs you, you know, go drive by his house and shoot the whole house up, you know. That's what's being pushed upon our people, man. Okay. You know, and the result of that is you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans being put to death by your own people, man. Okay. You know, and this is all agenda. This is all part of the so-called white man's system and plans, man. Okay, and he's about to turn the heat up, man. Okay, you know, which really is Yahweh Bashem Yahushua that's turning that heat up, because the so-called white man is the Most High sword, man. Okay, and he's using the so-called white man to punish and put you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans to death, and it's gonna get a lot worse, man. Okay, Revelation 12:12, man. Hey. These devils are going to come down hard on you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. Because he knows he has but a short time. He knows that you're the Israelites. He knows that he's an Edomite, man. He knows that, hey, he's going to be under you. He's going to be a slave in the kingdom, man. Okay? You know, he knows he's going to be exterminated off the face of the earth, man. All right? Let's see if there's any more on this, and then I'm going to get a couple scriptures. It says, okay, in 1942, she wrote again to Lasker saying, and matter of fact, I'm gonna put this, I'm gonna put the link in the description box so brothers can actually go into this Negro Project article, man, because it's a good article to actually read. All right, and I'm probably gonna do a part 2 on this video because there's a lot on this article, and I actually want to get in more into it. Okay, it says, 1942, she wrote again to Lasker saying, I think it is a magnificent that we are in on the ground floor helping Negroes to control their birth rate. Hey, there you go. You got it, man. Hey, there it is. She said she wants to help Negroes, you so-called you so-called Negroes, man. Okay, you so-called blacks. All right, to control their birth rate, man. Okay, population control, man, as well as depopulation, man. Okay. They're controlling the population of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans by you allowing them to, allowing yourself, okay, to control your birth weight. Hey, if a woman said, oh, I don't want to have a child, I got too many kids, I don't know if I can financially take care of this kid on my own, so I'm going to have an abortion. Or I don't know if I can, I want to keep my body figure. You know, a lot of these women don't want to lose their body figure or their shape or their beauty, so to speak, quote unquote, how they put it, you know, so they'll have an abortion, man. Or they'll sleep around and you know, get pregnant by someone that they don't want to necessarily be with or they necessarily don't like, or in their eyes is necessarily not good for them. So they'll, you know, have an abortion, man. Okay? It said, I think it is magnificent that we are on the ground floor helping Negroes to control their birth rate, to reduce their high infant and maternal death rate. You know, Esau's a hypocrite, man. He ain't talking about to control their death rate, man. Hey, you're presenting death to the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American, man. Okay? You know, you're giving them that instrument, that tool, you know, to basically execute murder and death upon their own people. All right. And it says to maintain better standards of health and living for those already born. Okay. Hey, man, the so-called white man is never and will never be concerned about you Israelites' health, man. Okay. He doesn't give a damn about you, man. He wants to see you destroyed, man. Okay. Like the scripture says, which we're going to bring out in a minute, never trust thy enemy, man. Okay. It says, and to create better opportunities for those who will be born. You know, so, hey, man, the so-called white man, he wants you to be destroyed, man. Okay? And he's really about to come down hard on you Israelites, man. Okay? You know, martial law is going to be declared. These concentration camps are already in place, and they're planning on putting the majority of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans in these concentration camps, man. Okay? Which through the apostles and elders, a great millstone on down, we've been telling you, man. Okay? But our people, you know, the majority of our people don't want to take heed to what the prophets are saying. And really, it's what Yahweh Shem Yahushua is saying, man. Because we're the mouthpiece, okay, of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. All right? The Lord has set up watchmen, okay, on the highways and byways to blow that trumpet, man. Okay? To warn the people, man. All right, so we're warning you to get the blood off of our hands, man. Okay? Now let's go to Sirach chapter 12, verse 10. Let's see here. All right, this is Sirach chapter 12, verse 10. Never trust thine enemy, okay? Hey, and you going in abortion clinic, okay? You going in these Planned Parenthood places, you're putting trust in your enemy, which is the so-called white man. All right. You know, you trust in Esau's ways, man. Okay. You trust in Esau's system. Okay. You trust in his philosophies, man. Okay. Whatever the so-called white man says, our people run to it and believe it, man. All right. Hey, Esau tells you, hey, you're not killing the child. Hey, the child's not alive. It's not developed yet. Okay. So this is not murder, you know. He comes with smooth words, and that's how he talks to these women, man, and these men as well, man. Because a lot of these men are for their women getting abortions, man. Okay, you know. So it says, never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness, man. You know? Hey, man. He saw like that, like on the like on the cartoon when the I believe it was, I'm not sure if it was Bugs Bunny or not, but you know, when they agreed to some terms of something, and when it comes down to uphold that agreement, you know, Bugs Bunny had his hands behind his back, say, "I had my fingers crossed." That's a so-called white man, you know. He said, "Well, I had my fingers crossed," you know. Hey, he's nothing but lies and deceit, man. Hey, there's no truth in these devils, man. Verse 11, though he humble himself and go crouching, okay, and that's what's happening, man. That's what's happening. That's what this article is going into, man. You know, hey, Margaret Sanger, man. You know they're trying to benefit. What she say? She's trying to present benefits, okay, and birth control, and you know, basically bringing that they're trying to help the so-called Negro community, okay. That this is such a wonderful thing, Planned Parenthood, abortion, okay, birth control for these minorities and who are underprivileged, quote unquote, okay, you know, and a majority of our people have ate that up, man, okay. And it says, yet take good heed, okay. Our people are not taking good heed of these devils, man, okay. They write these devils off as their friends, okay, that we're all human. They think that the so-called white man has their best interest in their heart, man, okay, and they don't, man. All right. It says, yet take good heed and beware of him, man. Okay, so it says beware of him, man. Not only take heed, but beware of these devils, man. Okay, because behind closed doors, they're devising different plans. Okay, and this is one of them, man. Okay, they're devising different plans and devices against you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. Wicked decrees, okay, to get you to go off from the law, statutes, and commandments, man. To get you to follow after these religions and doctrines. To get you to follow after these philosophies of the world, man. Okay, to uplift these women. Okay, to be able to kill your kids whenever you want to, basically, man. And then they'll present and promote Black Lives Matter, man. Hey, man, this place is the land of confusion, man. Okay, and the majority of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are a fucking joke, man. Okay, you're talking about Black Lives Matter, but meanwhile, you don't have no problem with abortion, man. Okay, you have no problem with that, man. You have no problem with homosexuality, man. Okay, you have no problem with the so-called white man putting drugs and setting up gangs in your communities, man. You have no problem with the so-called white man oppressing our people, man. Okay, you have no problem with that, man. It says, yet take good heed and beware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust hath not been able altogether wiped away. That's right, man. Okay, hey, the so-called white man is not your friend, man. He's your enemy, man. Okay, and you're gonna see it in these end times, man. These devils are starting to show their horns, and it's gonna come a point in time where his horns are gonna be fully out, so to speak, man. Okay, and these stormtroopers are gonna be going door to door. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are gonna be thrown in these concentration camps, getting put to death. You women are gonna be getting raped. Okay, your kids are gonna be getting put to death. All right, famine, hunger. All right, pestilence, these diseases. All right, these wild beasts are gonna rip these people apart, man. Okay, and that's all coming down from judgment from Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shad, man. All right, the Most High has these Edomites in a trick bag, man. Okay, and he's gonna use Esau, all right, to punish and put the majority of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans to death, man. Okay, the scriptures speak about the Most High sword is Esau, man, the so-called white man. All right, and his blessing is the sword, man. Okay. All right, I'm gonna pull out this one more scripture I want to get before I close out. I'm gonna go to John chapter 8, and I'm gonna start in. Let's see here. Let me start in verse 42. And Yahweh Shah said unto him, if Yahweh If Yahweh were your father, ye would love me, for I proceeded forth and came from Yahweh. Neither came I of myself, but he sent me. Okay, you know. And another topic, that's a straight cut to all you Trinity doctrine believers, man. That that the Father and the Son are all the same, man. Okay, that's a complete cut on that right there, man. Okay, verse 43. Why do ye not understand my speech, even because ye cannot hear my word? And that's the majority of our people, man. They can't understand what we're talking about. The Most High has blinded them. They have ears, but they can't hear. They have eyes, but they cannot see, man. Okay, we're explaining this wisdom and knowledge to them. We're showing them, hey, you're an Israelite. The so-called white man is your enemy. We're telling them the prophecies. We're telling them the ways of righteousness, how they're supposed to be living, how they're supposed to be carrying themselves. Okay, we're showing them their true power, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, the true names of the Most High and His Son, the true image of the one they call Jesus and Christ. All right. We're telling them the agendas of the so-called white man, the things that are about to happen. Okay, we're telling them to don't take the RFID microchip. We're telling them that the RFID microchip is the mark of the beast that the scriptures speak about. We're telling them that America is recorded in the scriptures, man. We're telling them how they got over here to America, man. Okay, but they don't want to. They don't want to listen, man. Okay. It says, why do ye not understand my speech, even because ye cannot hear my word? Ye are of your father, the devil. That's right, man. The majority of their people, okay, are follow after the ways of the so-called white man. Okay. They want to be like these Edomites, man. They follow the philosophies and doctrines. On top of that, they push the philosophies and doctrines of the so-called white man. All right. The scriptures say what? Roughly paraphrase, you have surpassed the deeds of the wicked, man. It says, and lust of your father ye will do. That's right. They follow the lust of their father, the devil, man. They follow the lust of the so-called white man. Okay. They're involved in what? Homosexuality, pedophilia, okay? Hey, abortions, feminism, okay? That's all uplifted in this place, man, okay? Basically, emasculating the men, having all these weak men out here, these soft gentlemen out here, man. That's what's promoted in these places, and our people support that, man, okay? What does your grandma always used to say? Oh, he's such a gentleman. He's such a gentleman. That's what they all like to say, man. Okay? Because that's what's promoted in this place, to be a soft man. Okay? To have your women basically run your life, man. To go get married to these women under Esau's laws, okay? And be subject under these women. Basically, these women have control over these men. These women have control over their kids, man. So that gives the woman the upper hand, man. If something goes down in the household, hey, you as a man, even if you own that house, you got to leave that house, man. Okay? If you split up with your woman, 9 times out of 10, your woman's going to get the kids, man. Okay? And hey, man, that gives her even more control, because she's going to what? She's going to put birth control out on you. If you don't pay your birth control, what? You're going to be locked up, man. And that birth control just keeps stacking up and stacking up, man. Okay? And she's basically going to dangle your kids over your head, man. All right? It says he was a murderer from the beginning and abode not in the truth. Hey, man, he was a murderer from the beginning. And he's pushing his philosophy of murder upon you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. Hey, man, the Negro Project. That's pushing his philosophy of murder upon you, man. Okay? To kill your kids, man. So if you don't want to have a baby, hey, we have an option for you. Planned Parenthood, you can get an abortion, okay? You can kill your unborn fetus, man. It's not your child yet. It's not a baby. It's not a human yet. It's a fetus. It hasn't came together. Okay, you're not committing murder. He speaks smooth words in his heart, man. Okay, smooth words in his voice, man. Okay, to our people, man. Okay, but murder is in his heart, man. All right. It says he was a murderer from the beginning and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. That's right, man. Going back to Sirach, there never trust thine enemy, man. There's no truth in these devils. They're full of lies and deceit, man. Okay. The so-called white man will tell you anything for you to go along with his ways, with his doctrines and philosophies, man. Okay. It says, because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own. For he is a liar and the father of it. So-called white man is a liar and the father of it, man. Okay, the majority of our people believe these lies. They believe these liars, man. They believe the so-called white man. Okay? They look at the so-called white man as their God. They bow down to these devils, man. They go down to Egypt for help. Okay? They seek after the modern day Pharaoh, which is the so-called white man, for help, man. They don't pray to Yahweh by Shem Yahushua. They don't fear the Lord. Okay? The Most High controls all things, man. Okay? Our people don't pray to the Lord, man. They don't ask the Lord to help them in their situation, man. They run down to Esau. They run down to these agencies. They run down to the government, okay? They think making a vote for a particular person that has been set up, that these elites have brought before them for them to choose from, okay, is going to change or help or benefit the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American, man, okay? Hey, never trust thy enemy, man. You're voting for one of your enemies. You got two enemies to choose from. You can choose the left one or you can choose the right one. They're both your enemy and they're both want to destroy you. And that's the vibe our people push, man. You know, you got people out here crying because our people are lined up to go vote for one of these Edomites, man. Hey, that's why 2/3 of our people got to be destroyed, man. They got to be destroyed on this side, man. Okay, you're going to be reincarnated into the kingdom, man, because you follow the doctrines of this world, man. Okay, you made yourself one with the world, man, and hence you have made yourself an enemy to Yahweh by Shem Yahushua, man. Okay, it says, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it, and because I tell you the truth, ye believe me not. Hey, man, because we tell you the truth, you don't believe us, man. Okay, because we tell the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans the truth, okay, break down these scriptures in its truth and in entirety, man. Okay, you know, they believe us not, man. Because we're not out here uplifting these churches and church pastors, man. Because we're not out here teaching these cunningly devised fables. Because we are not out here speaking in the names of Jesus Christ and Jehovah and God, they don't believe us, man. Okay? Because we're not out here telling them that they're black, African, and American, they don't believe us. Because we're not out here telling them to go vote, they don't believe us, man. Okay? Because we're not out here telling them that the so-called white man is your friend, to join hand in hand with these devils, okay, that everything's going to be okay, that America's not going to be destroyed, okay, they don't believe us, man, okay? Like the scripture says, have I become your enemy because I tell you the truth, man? And we become the enemy of the majority of the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans because we have told them the truth, man, okay? You know, we're bringing this truth out the way it's supposed to be brought out, man, okay? We're not going to sugarcoat nothing, and nor are we respecters of persons, man. Okay? Hope that was edifying to you, Akim and Aqua. All you Akim on there on the highways and byways, keep pushing this truth. Keep uploading videos. You know, keep teaching. Keep being brotherly. Keep praying, fasting. Lord willing, we're part of that elect number. Lord willing, we can be saved from the destruction of this place, man, and sit in them ships. Be beamed up to them ships with them spiritual bodies, man, and see the destruction of America, see the destruction of 2/3 of our people, these other nations and these Edomites, man. Okay, and see America be turned into that lake of fire, man, by the way of the ICBM nuclear missiles and by the way of that concentrated fire that's going to come from the chariots. And with that, I want to say shalom.